Yeah, I think the most
I'll go.
kind of out
Go ahead, Foxy.
the most kind of outstanding thing that's been resonating for me this morning as we see all these tributes is that if you ask somebody how they remember John Madden, they'll say one of two things, and that's like he was a great broadcaster or their connection to the video game. And it's kind of mind blowing to talk about his achievements when no one even mentions that he's won a Super Bowl and that he has the best winning percentage of any NFL coach of all time with 10 years as a coach. Like that to me is incredible. And he's going to be around because this game is going to be around. Frankly, my 8-year-old son just got the new Madden for Christmas, and I was playing it with him yesterday, and it's just it brings back so many memories for me from college to playing against my friends. So when I was a kid, when we got Madden for Christmas, and me and my brother would play all night until my mom would yell for us to go to bed. So it just is connected to our life and remembering watching the Thanksgiving games and how John Madden would make those funny noises and draw on the screen. It like felt new to us. It felt innovative back then, and it was just a lot of fun. And he will be missed, but I don't know how much we can miss him because he's not going to go away. Like he is going to be a part of this game, and his legacy like lives on through the people who do the game and obviously the young kids who are playing the games.
Yeah, no doubt, Foxy. I agree. Listen, first of all, John Madden was the soundtrack to football. That's number one.
Yeah.
He introduced a whole different audience to the game of football that wouldn't normally tune in or tap in because they just didn't understand the game or didn't realize the little nuances, but a way to explain it. John Madden was the people. He was the commentator for the people. He did things. He did funny things. He took chances in television that at times, even when I got into this business, I thought you had to be super buttoned up and you got to use the right enunciation. You got to be tied up. John Madden was like, look, man, I'm a football coach. I'm a football guy. I'm going to go in the booth with Pat Summerall, who's an icon itself, and I'm going to do what I do. And I think that's what I respect about how he did it the most in his broadcasting career. I wasn't around when John Madden was winning games in the NFL or a championship. I knew about his coaching history, but in order to get like in a day and age where we throw around these terms very loosely about great, legendary, iconic, like John Madden is the definition of that, along with some other people. But John Madden is the definition of an icon, of a legend. And you heard Foxy talk about a legacy. Legacy's got to outlive you. You got your stuff and the things you've done, the mark that you've left has to outlive your actual natural being on earth. So John Madden was able to accomplish that. And that's really what we consider great, iconic, and legendary. And that's how I'll remember him. I'm sure that a lot of my peers, dudes that are my age, young women that are my age that have been enthralled in football for a long period of time, it's synonymous with John Madden. If you don't know John Madden and you've been around football for a long time, you've missed out on a huge part of what the NFL actually is and what the game is. And to speak about the video game, me and my son still play it. So that lets you know he's iconic.
And that is definitely not going to change. And you could see while both of you were talking, there were a lot of tributes being shown on the screen. Some of the sports greats from all over paying condolences and tribute to a tremendous life loss. So once again, John Madden dead at age 85, but he will definitely not be forgotten. First Take will be.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.